Foxaholics Anonymous is a recently developed program designed to help any American, regardless of age, gender, political affiliation, religious denomination, anything, to break their addiction to Fox News.
Well, I am a mother of two, married for over 25 years.
30 years, retired Gunny Sergeant, Marine Corps. Deployed twice, married twice, 2 kids, 2 stepkids. Kind of like old Noah, you know, 2 of everything.
I'm an atheist. As such, I've always felt, you know, main purpose in life is to keep on living. So that's what I do.
Well, it started when we started watching Hannity and Combs, and we love the show, you know, and Fox News itself is so well put together. It's so bright and interesting to watch and very powerful. And so we started watching that and really just got hooked.
In the Corps, you live, eat, sleep, and die in the Marine Corps. So I kind of transferred that over to Fox News. I became a rabid Fox News fan. I had the Fox Pox, I called it.
Started watching Fox News about 3 years ago when I was 15. That became my golden land for information because it always brought what was the biggest threat out there.
It really started to turn when we started watching Glenn Beck. You know, Glenn is such a patriot.
I couldn't leave the house. I had to be there to watch Fox News. I wouldn't sleep at night. I'd go to sleep in my chair.
I was always in my room, lights off, foil over my head, watching Fox News to know what was out there to kill me.
What brought us together was that show that really bonded us in a way that it never had before. And then one day I came home and he had bought a chalkboard and he had drawn a schematic out about what our sex life should look like. You know, looking back, I really should have seen that as a red flag, but...
And it was just one evening, I was watching Fox News, that's all I did. And my wife came to me and she said, you know, you have run off all of our black and Mexican friends, because those were people that Fox News had almost taught me were my enemy.
My school was planning to send some students over to the Middle East, and I freaked out and thought, oh my God, they're sending our students over to become Al-Qaeda trainees.
We went to a Tea Party convention, you know, and there were a lot of young, pretty girls there, and, you know, a lot of people. We were all charged up, and we were all so excited about the new movement, you know, and my husband, he's a diehard Tea Party member.
Started turning against those people. I was believing what the Fox people were telling us, that the black people were the welfare cheats and they were going to be taking all our money, and that's what we were being set up for. And the Mexican people were coming across the border by the thousands, dropping babies and taking our jobs.
One night after the rally, I was meeting people, I was walking around, everything was wonderful, and I couldn't find George anywhere. And I went up to the room to look for him, and there he was with one of the young girls from the party. I
was going to do something to protect myself, so I was preparing, and I took a syringe and emptied out the inside of a few dozen eggs and filled them up with nitroglycerin.
He was teabagging a teabagger.
Didn't really think it through all that well because I put the eggs back in the refrigerator, and the next morning when it was time for breakfast, my mom's still in the hospital.
Recently, one of my grandkids had come to her and said, you know, what's wrong with Papa? At a certain time every day, he feels like he's got to be home. He won't stay here and play with me. He won't come to my Cub Scout meetings because this O'Reilly man comes on and he's just got to watch it.
I think it was at that moment when I realized that they're just hypocrites. I mean, they say one thing, they do another. There's no balance. They don't care. It's all just politics when it comes right down to it.
Kind of funny, she said, since I had cut her off, she was cutting off the cable. And when she did that, I knew I had a problem and I had to get some help.
In trying to keep myself alive, I was actually putting myself in danger. So I came to the group. Plus, my parents said if I went to the group, they wouldn't press charges.
I almost laughed at first, and I looked it up, and sure enough, I discovered that a program existed.
I was just looking for an answer. I was looking for some help. I needed to rebuild my life, and I found Foxaholics Anonymous, and from the first meeting, I just felt such a sense of relief.
I don't carry as many weapons with me, especially at school.
My grandkids are happy with me now. I can spend hours playing with them. I'm going to bed at a decent hour. I'm not sitting up all night long watching the news anymore.
It was like a huge weight had been lifted off my shoulders, and I could breathe again, I could think again, I could have a conversation with people again. I was getting friendships back again. It's just given me balance.
My friends have come back. We're having barbecues almost every weekend, and I feel like I'm a squared away guy now.